How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I'm going to be debuting the 95 overall postseason Mickey Mantle against a World Series player. So let's go ahead and hop into it. This Mickey Mantle is featured in the Set 14 headliner pack, and I paid about 68,000 stubs for this card. I think he'll be very effective. He's more of a bench bat against left-handed pitchers, but he always has a very good swing in MLB The Show. At least he did in last year's game. So we will be trying him out in left field. He's going to be batting in the 6th spot. If he had a little bit more speed, I might move him up in the lineup. But until I parallel him up a few times, I think I'll keep him behind David Ortiz to have some support. But with that said, there is a way to use your creative ball player at different positions. As you can see, I have activated the slick fielding loadout as a separate loadout from my shortstop build in the Hawk. So as you can see there, I had the catcher active. I went in and I activated the Hawk build because I want those Hawk attributes. I want Pablo Sanchez to have that shortstop build and be able to play the catcher position specifically for this video. So there is a way to do that. I just simply did it right there. And as you can see, we go into the game options. I put Gary Sanchez on my bench because I wasn't sure if this was going to work, but he is in his primary position of catcher. He will be able to make the plays back there. Just a quick little tip, if you do like a certain build, you can use that player at a different position as long as you have a loadout with that primary position. So anyway, we're using Tom Glavine on the mound in Mickey Mantle's debut. I had a terrible first inning. We're having some bad at-bats, but it's all good. That was an 0-2 count. Curveball in on the hands. Thought it might catch the inside part of the zone, so I went ahead and took a hack at it. But this opponent's going to start off the game with the first base knock with Jim Thome. Pitcher, I wanted to try and get a little bit more inside on the hands. I missed over the middle of the plate. He gets a just late hit. It is what it is. We get out of the inning unscathed. So we're going into the bottom of the second. Mickey Mantle should be coming up to the plate in this inning. We got 4, 5, 6. We started off with Chipper Jones and a little bit of a later side of good base knock to center field. That's big. We have David Ortiz coming up. And then we will, of course, have Mickey Mantle followed right behind him, batting left-handed against this Jacob deGrom. He won't have, his best attributes are against lefties, so he won't have those going in this game, but that's all right because I want to try and see what he's like against righties. I know this card's going to be good against lefties there. His swing felt really nice. I was just way late on that fastball. I didn't think he was going to throw me 3 straight fastballs on the outside corner. But very next pitch, he goes to the slider, low and away. Alfonso Soriano is picking up the slack from Mickey Mantle. He's going deep. That card has been incredible. I recently hit 3 homers in one game with him. And I find that a lot of people throw him low and away, up and away, and also a lot of times fastballs inside. So I'm looking for those pitches. Here we get a fastball right down the middle with Byron Buxton. I'm not sure if the opponent put his controller down for that pitch nonetheless, because he did pause it for a second, then waited a little bit. Looked like Jacob deGrom just threw a fastball right down the plate. Who knows? But I didn't miss it. I was a little bit late on it, but I did not miss it in terms of making him pay and capitalizing on that pitch. But here he's got something going here, a 4-0 game. He's got a couple runners on the bases after a couple base knocks. Here we get a big strikeout looking, facing Mike Trout, probably his best hitter, probably the best hitter in the entire game still to this day. But also he gets a nice base hit, an infield base hit here with Edgar Martinez. That's what I get for having Chipper Jones in the secondary position at shortstop. But I had to try and make room and move around my players a little bit to get Mickey Mantle in left field and still have a lot of the players that I like to use in the lineup. But with that said, we do have a lot of versatility with this lineup. We can move around these players. And I honestly just have a lot of players that I can go to try out, regardless, in different positions. So that's always fun within MLB The Show and Diamond Dynasty. The content this year has been incredible. I just like to try out some of these brand new cards, trying to get the gameplay up there as quickly as I can. Here we're swinging at the first pitch. He goes with the fastball outside again. I was looking for it. I just overcompensated, moved the PCI way too far to the left. And it is what it is. If Mickey Mantle has 100+ contact, that's his best version. I might not have moved the PCI that drastically to the baseball. We might not have had that much of a penalty. It's all good though. 0 for 2 in his first 2 at-bats. We might be able to get another couple at-bats with him in this game. As long as we don't have poor at-bats at the plate, we should be able to bat around a couple more times. We're only in the top of the 4th inning, and he's already got 2 at-bats. So this is pretty solid gameplay so far to try and debut a player. Just would have liked to at least have 1 base hit with him so far. But here, this opponent's trying to bunt. He's trying to lay down a bunt. That was a pretty decent play. Smart heads-up baseball play right there. 93 speed, just unable to beat it out. And it also ended up costing him a situation, right? He had 2 guys up to the plate there with a chance to score a run. His runner was already in scoring position. Maybe he was trying to, bunt for a hit. That would have been a great maneuver. It just didn't work out. But here we have Pablo Sanchez, the 95 speed catcher, looking to beat out an infield base knock. Gets thrown out by a couple steps there. Pretty close play. That Ronnie Mauricio is a very good shortstop to have. I would definitely be using him on my no money spent squad. But here we have Mike Trout, 2-out rally. Let's see if we can get something going. Try and get Mickey Mantle up to the plate in this inning. We have Chipper Jones up. We're facing a lefty. This is big. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Trying to activate that clutch attribute from Chipper Jones. We are able to swipe second base on a screwball. He has that as a one of his better pitches. So that's something I'm looking to take a bag on if he's going to it quite a bit. He's only 10 pitches in, so it's tough to tell when he's going to go to it. But he does end up walking Chipper Jones. I thought he might try and pitch around him, so I was going to be very selective. We get David Ortiz up to the plate, and he cashes in Mike Trout from second base. David Ortiz has 124 or 125 clutch, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. So now we have 2 guys on base with Mickey Mantle up. 0-2 count. I went with the contact swing right here. Contact swing. He's got like 60-something contact, 60 vision, 92 power, and that one goes out. That one was, hit well enough. Got the barrel of the bat to the ball. PCI wasn't perfectly on it. It sounded kind of hollow. But we're following that up with another contact swing. And this is actually going to be a mercy rule right here. We get the 10-run mercy rule. Bottom of the 5th inning. This is exactly what I'm looking for in a debut video. Finally able to get a win. We didn't have our game crash. We didn't give away a free win in ranked seasons like I've been doing. We're actually able to move up in the Championship Series division. I'm at like 827 now. So that's pretty solid. And we were able to hit a home run with Mickey Mantle. He goes 1 for 3. Would have liked to get him a couple more at-bats, but I'll certainly take that. All 3 at-bats were against a right-handed pitcher as well. He seems like he will be usable. I'm using him in left because I have Byron Buxton and Mike Trout in center and right. I like having those gold and diamond badges in those specific places. I figured might as well just take a little bit of a penalty using Mickey Mantle in left field. But if you have a no money spent squad and you want to use Mickey Mantle in center field and Byron Buxton in left or right, that is perfectly fine. That's a great decision. I figured to end this video we would have a bonus clip with Jackie Robinson. Unfortunately, during this game of ranked seasons, I ended up crashing and it was a tied game 2-2. So that was most of the action right there anyway. But I'm College Lefty. Peace out and have a great day.